Let's I'm going to let her share all of that with you. And so please help me welcome to kick off today's Saturday Scoop, none other than the most sensational Sherry Sharman. Sherry, take it away. The stage is yours.
Oh, thank you, Shar. And boy, I cannot wait for everybody to hear about your amazing story and history. This call is one of my favorite calls of the week because not only do we have people all around the world on this call, we do a training afterwards. So if you've got time, we would love not only to present something spectacular to you, but we also are going to be teaching. And being that I was a Montessori preschool teacher before I got involved in this industry, and a good friend actually called me up, similar to how you got invited, because we don't do any massive advertising or anything like that. It's word of mouth, and to me, that's the best, because obviously your friend thinks enough of you that they want to share something very important with you. But in my career, which I've been in this industry for close to 4 decades, which is hard to believe it's been that long. I actually came out of retirement to do what you're about to see. And the gentleman that I'm going to be introducing to you, he was one of my students back when he was 21 years old in the mid 90s. So I'm aging ourselves a little bit because I know there's people on this call that weren't even born yet. But the beauty of what I'm going to be sharing with you is this man is not only been someone who's reached the top ranks in our industry, he is one of the best coaches and trainers I've ever seen, and I've seen them all. And I'm so excited to not only introduce to you, he's a family man, he's an amazing husband, and I love calling him because he's a girl dad. He's so proud of his girls, and he is a co-founder in this company, and he has got his thumbprint on this company, which is so important. When you understand, we'll go into this during the training program, why that's so key to me coming out of retirement and making this my big run. So with all of that, I want to introduce to you my business partner and dear friend, Muzaffar Najvi.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. Happy Saturday and welcome. This is like international. I love it because I see people from Sweden, from Africa, from so many different countries, obviously the US, Canada, different backgrounds, different ethnicities. Some of you are new, maybe a friend or a family member or a business partner. Somebody asked you to be here today and they were excited, or maybe they just said, hey, what are you doing? You said nothing. They said, jump on. And so you may have zero to little information on what's happening, but you know what? We're here. And what we'll do for the next 30 minutes or so is just have a little bit of fun. I'll run through some information. The time will fly by, and we'll call it, a good morning start. That'll be the start. And then whether you choose to hang on for longer will be up to you. And I think you will. I think you'll absolutely love it because we do. And so I'm excited that I got a chance to be introduced by a lady that was my mentor, my coach, someone that helped me when I was younger, trying to find my way through life. So I went to school. I got lucky enough to get to university, and I think everybody was told that, right? And so before I'm going to share this company with you, I want you to understand that most of us were taught somewhere along the lines that the better you do in school, the better you'll do in life. And I got lucky enough to get an athletic scholarship to a university, and I played football. And what ended up happening is my last year, I tore my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament all at the same time. If you know about knees, you're probably cringing right now. If you know nothing about knees, it still sounds pretty bad. And I'll just tell you this. I ended up being at a crossroads, like a fork in the road. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. I really didn't plan as a young man. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a second. Even though I was finishing university, I literally was going to school to play. That's the only thing I wanted to do. And if you've ever had a dream taken from you, if you've ever had a blockade, like in your pathway through life, that was me. And a friend of mine called me and said, hey, what are you doing? I said nothing. He picked me up. We went to a meeting at an office, and it was a beautiful office. I'll never forget. It was a Sunday. Do you know how many people sometimes hesitate to do business on Sundays? I'm so glad he called me on a Sunday. I really, really am. And he picked me up and we went to, and it was only me, him, and this guy. And I got introduced to a company that was #1 in the United States of America as the fastest growing privately held company in the US at the time. And I got asked to go to a convention, and I went. So I grew up in Minnesota. My dad is from Uganda, Africa. My mom is from Dubai and Oman. And I was told that if I just follow the traditional path, life is good. Well, here we are living in Minnesota. My mom and dad makes $30,000 a year combined income. I got injured. I didn't know what I was going to do. I graduated university. So when I found this company, and the importance of the company I'm telling you about is it's in the profession that I'm going to show you today. That first event had 13,000 people. And for me, I'd never seen anything like that other than in sports. And they introduced the #1 income earner of that company and a co-founder. And it was a lady named Sherry Sharman. And so I say was because she still is Sherry Sharman, but it's a was story, right? Like at that time. And I just wanted to meet her. I just wanted to be mentored by her. I remember telling my brother, like, I want to work with her. Now you got to picture this. We're sitting 13,000 seats back and she's on stage. And I'll never forget, my brother said, why would someone like her work with people like us? Like, you're crazy. It's never going to happen. Wake up and smell the coffee. Get your head out of the clouds. Like that type of thing. And here we are. Today, she introduced me. It's an amazing thing. And it came from years of being mentored by her, coached by her. And so I'm going to share this company with you because since then, what happened for me is I built several companies in this profession and companies outside of this profession. And then a few years ago, my business partners and I came together and designed this company, Viago. Viago. Via means the way, the path, and go means to go. And so that was our whole goal, was to create a global wealthy community. Like, it's our mission statement. And wealth is more than money, by the way, just so all of you know. And my business partner, the first, is a gentleman named Isaac that before Viago created not only a luxury skincare company, but he evolved it into a health and wellness company, opened 900 stores in 40 countries when he was skincare, did absolutely amazing, opened another branch of his company in the direct sales model, like just built some successful businesses. And he's been the CEO, and he's our CEO today. My president, who's my other business partner, his name is Eddie. Eddie and his partners, some of whom are on this Zoom today, created the largest travel club in the world. In 2016, they did 994 million. Just that year, they did billions. Isaac's company did over 3 billion. Like, you add it all up and you go, holy cow, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of business. And what does that mean? It means experience. It means they made mistakes. It means they learned from their mistakes. It means that they evolved, they grew, they developed. And so I had the honor and privilege of sitting in a room with a group of men and women, and we designed Viago. And when you get a chance to see our baby today, you'll see why everyone's so excited. You'll probably see fun things in the chats. You'll see people that are new that are writing, oh my God, I didn't know that. You'll see people that have been working with us going, I love that. Like, this is an interactive call through chat for the most part. This is my privilege and pleasure to share this information with you. But as I go through Viago, right, it's the ultimate lifestyle club, and it was designed to fulfill needs. So when I started doing research, one of my businesses is the consulting company where I consult for CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Like last night, I have a gentleman that owns multiple medical practices asking me to coach and mentor. And so I get asked to consult and coach owners of large businesses, entertainers, athletes, speakers, authors. And I always ask people, like I was asking him questions last night. And I always ask people, you know, what is it that you think people need? What do people need? What do people need? Because we can always learn. And there was a research report done that talked about the 5 needs that humans want. Number 1 is the need for more money. Number 2 is the need for better health. I always think they should be switched, but that's my opinion. Number 3 is the need for more travel. Do you know that people want and yearn and desire to see the world? But why don't they? Listen, ask someone today, if time and money were not an issue in your life, what would you do more of? Ask yourself, like literally, if time and money were not an issue, so you had unlimited time and unlimited money, what would you do more of? And I would be willing to bet that even all of us answer 1, 2, or 3. Like one of the top 3 answers would be to travel more. The reason why people don't is time and money. Number 4 is the need for significance. So many people feel insignificant in the world today. And that's one of the reasons why mental health has grown, like the challenges in that space. People feel insignificant. They feel like they have no worth, no value, no place when they do. And number 5 is the need for real relationships, real being the key word. And so when I looked at Viago, we decided to create a community that could fulfill these needs. And so I'm going to share a membership with you that's simple. It's something that you will love. It's something that you will want to share because it's that good. And it starts with travel. It does, because it's a need that people need to fulfill. So what we did is that we started down this pathway to get wholesale travel. Like you think of Priceline, Expedia, Booking.com, they all have wholesale, but what they do is they mark it up with fees. Priceline did over $7 billion in revenue last year because of the markup. What we do is we get wholesale, but we don't mark up. If you're seeing my video, understand this is us, this is us, this is them. They mark up. What we do is we give you the wholesale, like we give it to you because you're a member of our community. And people save money on hotels and cruises and car rentals and homes and like all of this stuff. Now, yes, there's flights, and I want to be very candid with you. Flights are heavily regulated, so we can't guarantee them. And sometimes you'll get a good deal, but it's there. It's there for you to use, and it's convenient, and so you can book all in one place. But what do I mean this is yours? When you become a member of Club Viago today, you'll get a username and password. You create it. It's yours. And then you'll get access in to our membership, our portal. And the first thing you will see is this. It's one of the first things you'll see is this platform. And you can go have fun with it. Now, I always share a few of the things that I've used it for, right? Hotels is big for me. And what you'll see is the public price on my slide right now. That's like Priceline, Expedia price. All of those websites, by the way, Priceline, Expedia, Kayak, Travelocity, Booking.com, when you look at their prices, they're all within a couple of dollars of each other. Ours is significantly less. Now, what I'm showing you is when me and my business partner did the search. Since then, I've had several people go, Muzaffar, when I looked, the price was different. When I looked, the Viago price was even lower. When I looked, because it's live inventory, like the prices change every minute, literally. And so when I looked, Caesar's Palace was $149 public price. When I looked, Viago was $101. It's still a great savings. Most people are going to save somewhere between 10 and 70%. Like a penny saved is a penny earned. Did you guys ever hear that from the elderly? My grandma, right? Grandparents. Miami, Florida, 37% savings. Glacier National Park. If you're outside the United States, maybe you haven't heard of this, but just people like to go hiking and camping, and it's beautiful. New York, everyone's heard of. Do you know 57% savings? Like one of my wife's favorite sayings, whenever she sees something that's over 50%, she goes, sweetheart, it's over 50% off. We're losing money if we don't buy it. That's her. That's her logic, by the way. So, anyways, Venice, Italy. This is a 54% savings. To my European friends, like I know Janet and several people are on from Sweden and Norway and different European countries today. Welcome. I know it's the evening time for you, but this is for you all. Here's some euros, right? It's still, 33% savings in the Netherlands, 35% savings in France, 53% savings in Greece. I was just in Greece, by the way. And most people have heard of Athens. Listen, do yourself a favor. Go look up Thessaloniki, Greece. And there was another one. We went from Thessaloniki to Halkidiki, something like that. I'm not making up names. I'm promising you. I'm just mispronouncing names. But the world is a big place. And so the first is the booking engine that you can use anytime, anywhere for you. The second is our escapes. This gives you access to some of the most phenomenal vacations that we designed. Now, you could go do this on your own. You could, and you would have headaches. You would spend a lot of time and you will spend more money. If that interests you, don't do this. Like if you like headaches and, hard negotiations and time spent and pulling your hair out and frustration, then this might not be for you. I'm just telling you. If you like simplicity and fun and saving money and more fun, this is for you. Did I mention fun? If this is for you. So being a member, here's a vacation, Mexico, Playa del Carmen, 5 days, 4 nights. Included in our package is airport transfer. So from the airport to the resort back to the airport. A welcome reception. It's all inclusive. Do you know what that means? You can have all the ice cream in the world that you want, and probably all the food, and probably all the Sprites. I mean, it's all of everything, unlimited. And some people go, well, Muzaffar, that's all you have? Yes. My friends say that I'm just a big grown-up kid. Like I like cheese pizza, but like regular, like just cheese sauce, and that's it. Don't put any greens, don't put any oils, don't put any extra lumps of, don't make it fancy. Give me the kids menu. Listen, a cheese pizza and French fries, and I am happy. With a Shirley Temple, right, with Sprite, with a little bit of grenadine, I'm a happy kid, and I can have that unlimited. All right, you don't have to have that to go on vacation with us, by the way. So there's a foam pool party, a host, taxes and fees. Do you know that this right here is normally over $1,700 if you go do it on your own without flights? With us, it's $850. And then we added rewards. And a rewards program allows you to bring the cost down. So you will earn points and points and points and points. And 1 point equals $1. And so when you look at this, you can use those points and it brings the cost down to $700. This is a trip that was done to Dubai. This is probably one of the most requested. That even sounded funny. I think I sounded like Elmer Fudd. I don't know. It sounded funny to me. Requested trips. You just say requested. It sounds funny. All right. Anyways, this after points, it's $539. Look, this one's coming up for 7 nights in Vietnam. I know Sherry's going, Char's going, Rika's going. There's so many others. And if you're going, listen, if you're going to Vietnam, put in the chat, I'm going to Vietnam. Like, I know it's not a lot of you, but everyone's like, hey, how come you didn't mention me? Because I don't know that you're going. Like, I only know for the people that tell me that they're going. And so if you're going, like, say I'm going, great. I'm not reading the chats, by the way, so I'm not going to mention your name. I'm sorry. But I'll tell you, $699 for 7 nights. These are things that you can't get anywhere. Philippines, $449. Egypt, Thailand, Puerto Rico, Mexico. We can go on and on. You guys can see all these in the website. We signed new contracts with Portugal, Spain, Germany, Indonesia, Cambodia. We've now got escapes that are going to include flights Okay, starting from the UK, by the way, so just hang tight, US. But these are some areas like if you've never seen the world, you're missing out. There's so much culture. There's so much. Like I was doing a call yesterday for Sweden, for our Sweden team, and I was writing some of the training information in the Swedish language as I was training. Now, some of you are going, wow, I didn't know Muzaffar spoke Swedish. I don't, but Google Translate does. And I know I sound impressive, but I'm not. I just copied, I put into Google Translate a word and it translated. And then I asked my dear friend Janet, is this correct? And she said yes. But what I loved is when I started hearing some of the names, right? Like when you're in the United States and you hear names, you go, you know, when if you don't get out and see the world, like go to China and meet some of our Chinese community, go to Singapore, go to Malaysia. Like I was listening, I met someone yesterday in Sweden and their name was Sorin. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And the other one was Haukan. And I wanted to ask, because I wanted to pronounce their name properly. Do you understand that this membership is going to give you the ability to see the world, meet people, see culture? And it's something that most of us don't get because we live in a box. I'm telling you, even things like this, Janie and Raymond, two of the most incredible people in our community, dear friends of mine, they were very successful in life. They became a part of our community and they said, we do something with Hug It Forward where we build bottled schools. Can we do a vacation where we can help children build schools and go on vacation? Like we design trips called Escape Your Way. We will design them for you. Right now, we have a lady named Lillian in Singapore, and we're designing women empowerment boot camp vacations for her because that's what she does. Anyways, there's so much. Like people do it for family reunions and weddings and anniversaries and bachelorette parties and like it just. Anyways, there's so much in the vacation mode. Number 3 is our telemedicine, access to a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is offered in the US and 35 other countries. And we're finding a way to expand this, by the way. This is phenomenal. I used it. My daughters got sick. You know what a peace of mind it is to have access to a doctor 24/7. And then there's major medical for people in the United States right now. And I'm sorry it's not for other countries, but we're working on it. But for any of you that live in the United States, there's going to be a webinar on July 3rd. I promise you it will impact your medical insurance for you listening to that one. Even if you decide nothing else but that will save you so much money, give you so much benefits. I've got so many stories already on what that's done. Talking about saving money, we have a place called Daily Deals. This is our member deals. This one is one of my favorites because when I was younger, my friend worked at a place called Foot Locker. If you haven't heard of it, it's a place where they have shoes and all athletic stuff. And I wanted the hookup. The hookup. That's like our way of asking for a discount. And my friend gave me his discount. And then I worked at a clothing store. I gave him my discount. Imagine having 1 million friends. That's what this is. And it saves you money from movie theaters to Disney to SeaWorld to Sunglass Hut to Kenneth Cole. Now, I have Kenneth Cole on here, but it's so many clothing places. Like there's nothing that you will want to buy that you cannot find in our daily deals. I'm telling you, you just have to go look. And the average person saves $4,000 a year.
Hey guys, Jared.
This is
out of Atlanta.
This is my friend Jared. And I want you to understand that I didn't get a chance to share my audio, so the audio will be distorted. But he saved over 50% on going to the movies between the tickets and the popcorn. This is my friend Lindsay. She saved money on appliances for a house that she was reselling. And then she saved over $1,000 going to a golf. It's called the Phoenix Open. And listen, there's so much. Lastly is our marketplace. And our marketplace is phenomenal. If you could mute people out, that would be great. Our marketplace is where we will have high-end skincare, nutrition, and other high-end items that are going to be coming inside of here. I want you to know that there's a new product that just got added in there that's called VFlex that I've been using that's absolutely phenomenal, by the way. So let's recap. And by the way, that product is a natural oil for discomfort. I shared it when I was in Europe. I was just in Greece, and people from Africa and Europe were there. There were over 17 countries represented at that training for Viago. And I shared the VFlex, and the stories day one were incredible. So this is multiple categories in our membership. And you know what? Everything you're looking at is phase one. So that means that we have phase two, phase three, phase four. Like my CEO and business partner, Isaac, came to Greece and he started talking about the future of this membership. And people were blown away. So when you think about it, this membership should be 10,000, 20,000. Like timeshares are 30, 40, 50,000. This membership is $450 one time to set it up. And you know what? Remember the points that I told you about? The minute you do this package, which is the one I did, you receive 600 reward points right away. So remember when I said you could bring the cost? So like Rika and her husband used points to bring the cost of their Vietnam trip down because when they joined, they immediately had 600 points. And so they each used points. And so you can use this with any of our reward escapes. You can also use it in our marketplace to bring the cost of a product price down. And so this is the beginning. So $450, immediately you get 600 points. And then every month it's $99. And every month that you pay $99 for your membership, you receive 100 points. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have a membership to Netflix or to Hulu or to Peacock or to a gym membership? Or how many of you pay your cell phone bill? What do they give you every month for paying? And you know what your answer is? Well, they give me their product, Muzaffar. I know, but we give you our product plus 100 points. And 1 point equals $1. So my friend said to me, he's like, Muzaffar, you're paying me to be a member? He goes, I don't even feel like I'm spending anything because the money technically, isn't it going into don't you think it's going into a savings account that I can reuse? So I'm actually just putting my money into a savings account and I'm getting a membership that's like giving me access to the world and savings of over $4,000 or $5,000 a year. This is too good to be true. And I go, thank you. Like that's the best compliment. Like when people go, wow, when people go, this is amazing. When you start thinking, I can share this with anybody. Like everyone that I meet needs Viago. They need it. Mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa. Everybody needs Viago, in my opinion, everybody. And by the way, loyalty deserves a gift, not only in Viago, but in life. So many of us are good, loyal people, and we never get rewarded for it, right? So with us, after 12 months of being a member, you're going to get this getaway. Now, this getaway is a vacation. There's an activation fee of $99, but the vacation is somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000, and it's real. And there's so many options in here. So you get this after 12 months, except right now. And what does that mean? That means that we launched something yesterday that is only, and I know that we launched this in Europe, so it's in Europe and in USA. So if there's other countries on, I'm sorry. But I want you to understand that we launched yesterday, that for yesterday, today, tomorrow and Monday. What does that mean? That means the last 4 days of June. Anyone that does the launch pack, they will receive this getaway as a gift immediately. Immediately. And then people go, well, what happens if I get it immediately and I'm still loyal for 12 months? You get a second one 12 months later. So I'm telling you that everybody you know should get this membership right now. Everybody, like everybody. Like if you love anyone, get them to see this presentation. Mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa, right? Do I have to say it again? Mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa. I can say it a third time if you need it, but understand that it's really simple. I talk to anyone that breathes and share this with them. And instead of us paying for a commercial or advertising, we want to pay you for bringing mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa. So I just want you to know that our goal is to reward you for your relationships. So be a partner with us. Be an ambassador of Viago. The setup is $49 to earn an income with us. Like, think about that. To earn an income with us. And there's 5 ways that we earn an income. I'm just going to cover 2 to keep it short and sweet, right? The first is a referral bonus. So anyone that you introduce, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa, anyone that you introduce, when they get the membership, you receive $100. So if you did introduce, come on, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa, if you did, right? And they all said yes. Sherry's like, what was in his cereal this morning? I haven't had cereal yet. I'm just excited to be here. So understand, I got to do this. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So I had to, you don't know what that was. Don't worry about it. So what I'll tell you is that was a promotion we did a month ago. Maybe it's coming back. I don't know. So the point is this, is that this, when you get to 6, right? So if you introduce 10 people, you'd make 1,000. My friend Jerry is on here. Jerry is someone that has owned a very large publishing company, and he's spoken all over the world. And when he saw this, he was like, Muzaffar, I'm all in. Like, I'm all in. And he's personally introduced 32 in 6 weeks. 32. I see Cheryl Moppins on here. I can't even count how many she's introduced. If I had to guess, it's 100. If I had to guess that in the last 4 months, Cheryl, 4 months is my guess. If I add up Cheryl's work in 4 months, it's 100. What's 100 times 100? It's $10,000. Right? I mean, my buddy Martin introduced 70 something people personally. Sherry, when she saw this, she was like, Muzaffar, explain this to me. Why do you have 6? I go, well, Sherry, 6 will make you 600. She goes, okay. I go, and then your membership is now free. She goes, ding, ding, ding. Now you got me. She goes, I love this membership. She goes, but I love this membership. She goes, it's worth the $100. She goes, I'll pay it because it's worth it. She goes, but free is even better. She goes, I want the story of having this membership where I've never paid for it. And that's what she did. She got it done in her first week. So that's what we want for all of you. Okay, now can we talk business for a second? We want to help you build a team. I don't want you being the only person responsible for your income. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So we're going to build 2 teams. 2. You're going to introduce people that will want to do this business with us. So many people love what they do career-wise, and they need an extra what? Extra income, extra lifestyle, extra. Some people don't like what they do and they need replacement. And some people want to earn over 100,000 a year. We have a pay structure for everyone. So when you introduce people, they become a part of your team. Just like if you owned a company and you hired people, they become a part of your team. What's the difference between this and Microsoft, or this and Facebook, or this and any big company? The difference is you don't have to pay the people, and they're not your employees. They're part of your team, and Viago pays them. Isn't that brilliant? So I started introducing people immediately. When you introduce one who introduces another. So if you introduce Shar, who introduces Sherry, who introduces Lucy, who introduces Rika, who introduces, I mean, listen, James, who introduces Justine. And so now you have 5. And then you do it again and you have another 5, right? So you're now at $50 every month residual. When the team grows to 10, you're at 200 a month. How does it grow? Everybody's trying to get their 6. Like, this is such a perfect design. It's designed to grow. And when it gets to 25 and everybody's keeping the Club Viago Plus membership, your residual every month is now 500. 50-50, you're at 1,000. And this is international. So when you start introducing people who introduce people in other countries, they all count for you. See, in real estate, you can only recruit people in your city, in your area, that are going to sell real estate that could be a part of your team. In insurance, the same thing. With us, you can build an international business. When your team grows to 250, it's 5,000 a month. 500, 10,000, then 20,000, 36,000, 85,000. What if it took you 5 years to build this? Do you know so many people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 5? I believe so many of you can finish Black Diamond in 5 years, but most people have a hard time thinking 5 years down the road. I'm just telling you, 5 years will come and go. But just because you join us, it doesn't mean I'm going to guarantee money into your account. Just like if you join a gym, muscles will not jump onto your body. If you join a weight loss program, just for joining, fat does not disappear. I'm just saying, right? So we pay commissions through a digital wallet, and we have a training system that's phenomenal, from an online program to live events to Zooms like today, right? And so before I go into getting started, I just want to have you hear from a couple of people and just keep some stories really short and simple for today, right? So I just quickly want to go let's just start with my friend Jerry. Hey, Jerry, I talked about him briefly. Would you mind quickly, just 30 to 60 seconds, letting them know your name, where you're from, what you did before Viago, and what's happened since you've started? I'd really appreciate it, my friend.
No, I can't do that in 30 to 60 seconds. Sorry, find somebody else. Dude, no, seriously, I got in Viago. I'm Jerry Robert. I'm an author. I own a book publishing company. I'm in Viago primarily because of the risk-reward ratio. Listen, in my business, which I am divesting myself of, to do Viago, the overhead costs between 80 and 120,000 a month. I can make pretty much the same amount of money with Viago, and my overhead is 0. Plus, I get to travel the world and be with positive people like all these people here today. So I'm glad to be all in, and I am all in.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. And I mean, that's a big statement. If you guys really heard that message, by the way, which is incredible. Next, I want to quickly go to Jared. I think I saw Jared on here. Is Jared available to tell his story? I don't know if he is, if he isn't, if he is, if he could unmute, like video up, what have you. Jared, you there? And you got 2 seconds. 1, I love you, brother. But if you, is he here? Is he here? Is he unmuted? Okay, if he unmutes, let me know. Shar, would you tell your story really quickly? I know you hosted, but if you could tell your story, that would be fantastic.
Sure. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shar McCready, currently in Denver, Colorado. My background professionally is trauma ER medicine. I'm also practiced in the military. I'm a retired military veteran here in the United States. When I saw Viago, I was coming out of a very long challenge with something called cancer and learning how to get my life back. And because of friends I had made along the way, they didn't leave me out. They called me and said, hey, you've got to check this out. What I did not expect, and this is Musafir's favorite part, is that when I started to utilize the membership and take on those escapes, I actually found the person I want to spend the rest of my life with today, who's on this call, and it's his birthday. So I don't know what your results might be. I just know the membership is amazing. It works. And I'm grateful to also be a residual income earner. Let's go, Viago. Back to you, Musafir.
Happy birthday, hubby. And by the way, I just want to say this. well, and I have to say this. I have to. Here at Viago, we do not guarantee an income, nor do we guarantee a spouse. I just want you to know that just up front, just so everyone understands how this business works. But we do guarantee a great community support, help, all of the above. There's so many stories that I could go into. Like, I wish you could hear Rika's story. She's amazing. She's been in real estate, has done absolutely phenomenal. She's gotten promoted, multiple times, finished her club 6. I wish you could hear Willie's story, absolutely phenomenal, served overseas, was told that he was never going to walk again, finished club 6, multiple promotions, walked across stage. I wish you could hear Dr. Grace's story, or Barbara's story, or like all of them. Like, there's so many on here, and I flip through and I start looking at folks. My friend Soda, I wish you could hear his story. I wish you could hear Cheryl's story. She's been number 1 on our leaderboard month over month over month. Absolutely phenomenal young lady. I wish you could hear Jeanette's story. I wish you could hear I talked about Jared and his wife Kamitzi, absolutely incredible human beings. Stevie B, I saw Carrie, her and her twin sister. Like, there's so many stories that are on here. But listen, let's wrap this up real quickly. Getting started is simple. It's getting started. Let's get the membership and let's get you started in the business. For me, you're talking less than $500 to start a business. You heard Jerry. His maintenance of his business overhead is over $80,000 a month. When that's the question at hand, you tend to go, I need to think about it. Like, when that's the question at hand, when you're talking about a candy bar a day, like $1.37 a day for 365 days, which all of you spend, and you do. And then you look at a business where the return is phenomenal. Listen, your friend introduced you, and you're going to go in the next available position on their team. But here's the best part. 50% of their contacts will go on your team, and the other 50% will go on another team, and it will benefit you. I'm not guaranteeing you people, but I am telling you that positioning and timing is important, because my brother, when I showed him this, decided to go in the think about it corner. My brother. And he said, I'm going to think about it. And he waited months, and I kept signing up other people. And he finally got started and went underneath thousands. And I just told him, I said, listen, it's better than going underneath millions. But he could have. Listen, there is truth to better late than never, but why not go with the other one, which is the early bird gets the worm. I'm just telling you, there's so many sayings that are out there. So or C, A is I'm all in, B is I want to be a customer, and C is I need to see it again. And what I love is Sherry was I'm all in. Sherry was someone that literally invested 1.5 million in another business before Viago. And when I showed her Viago, she said, okay, husband, you and my son will run the business I just invested 1.5 million in, and I will do Viago full time. Why, Sherry? Why? And I'm so grateful for you, for what you've done for me throughout my past, but even more so for what you've done. I don't know if it's even more so. I'm really grateful for what you did for me and my family. I mean, like, for my wife, my daughters, I'll say equally as so, because I love this community and what you've done for them. I feel like it's similar to what you've done for me. And so, but why Viago? Like, why now? You're 72 years young, and ladies, don't get mad. She allows me to say this, and you chose to do this all in. And I'd love to turn it over to you to help wrap this up.
Oh, thank you, Muzaffar. And I just love everything that you presented. And you were funny today. That was kind of nice seeing you being a little humorous. But for everybody that's on this call, when Muzaffar asked me why, I have a plethora of answers. But when he was talking about investing 1.5 million into a franchise, we were traveling. We were gonna just like have this franchise, which automatically was going, but our investment, we could not recoup it until 2 to 3 years. I recouped my investment with Viago my first week and made money. I was already in the profit zone. So if you're an entrepreneur, you understand that. I had a great conversation with Justine and Bill yesterday. I mean, they're entrepreneurs. They get this. This is another plate to be spinning in life. And we are so excited to have them on board because we're attracting professionals. But I want to talk to the people that maybe are not entrepreneurs yet. Maybe you still have that kind of employee mindedness going on. A $500 investment to have this kind of return possible. I'm going to tell you right now, I was a preschool teacher. I was not an entrepreneur. I learned how to become an entrepreneur in this industry. And what I love about this industry, the only way you make money is by helping others. And there's a lot of humanitarians on this call. I can see a lot of you, and I know who you are and that you love helping people. This is custom fit for you. So if the person who invited you out to take a look at what we're doing, all they're going to ask you is, what did you like best? That's simple. There's no hard closes here. We invite people to take a look at this. If it works for you and it resonates, jump on board with us. If it doesn't, refer people to your friend. They're starting their business. There are people that, one, want to make money, save money, and travel. I mean, tell me what other career out there that has that opportunity. And it's the best community I've ever seen. Muzaffar was very smart because when he introduced me to this, we didn't watch it on a Zoom. He actually flew me and my husband out to Las Vegas for the launch. And, Soda's on this call, and Soda set up the whole room and had a magical, there were thousands of people there. And the thing that got us more than anything was the community of people. I've never in my career, and like you guys know, I've been doing this almost 4 decades. In my career, I've never seen such amazing people as what we have in Viago. We are attracting like-minded people who not only want to make money, but they want to serve. Servant-driven heart. And that started at the very top with our CEO, Isaac, Ben Shabbat. When you get an opportunity to meet this man, that was the seal of the deal for me. Because not only was it important that Muzaffar had his thumbprint on this, that he is behind the scenes working day and night. I've never seen anybody work as hard as what he does. But him and Isaac have a brotherhood that I have just dreamt of in this industry, where the field, which we are, the field workers are connected with the corporate, that they care more about us than they do the dollar bill, and that's this company. And so for all of you that are on here, I want to welcome you. Be an A. My gosh, doesn't everybody want to be on the A team? That's what we're inviting you to do, is be part of what we're building, because this team right here is going to be the biggest build in my entire career. And for all of you that are part of it, we want to help you succeed. And the best part is why I love this Saturday so much, because we're going to roll right into training. And Muzaffar, he just last weekend was in Greece, training for 2 days. And he has come back with so much great information that he's going to be sharing with you how to get a fast start. So Muzaffar, back to you.
Thank you. And so let's do this. Hold on a second. Hold on. Thank you for being a part of our presentation.